Many Turks, especially taxi drivers who chat with customers, say they want to settle in a coastal town when they retire. Mudanya, but especially Güzelyalı, was once the place where this dream came true. It might be fun to ponder why it is not like that now and how it has changed in the recent past. Transportation between Mudanya and Bursa was never very difficult for many years. In the early years of the Republic, there was a train to Bursa. Later, the train was removed, but it is hard to say that this cut off transportation. Bursa residents continued to come to the district by car or public transportation. Mudanya is also close to Istanbul. However, the Istanbul residents literally colonized Mudanya with the arrival of the ferry. Before this, Mudanya was mainly a settlement of Cretan immigrants and summer residents from Bursa. The start of Ido ferry services between the district and Istanbul in 2007 was a serious development in favor of Mudanya. This is how Istanbulites began to settle heavily in Mudanya, especially Güzelyalı, because the Ido pier is here. The Budo ferry pier, which opened in the district center in the following years, started services in early 2013. This made transportation to Istanbul faster and cheaper. Now someone living in Mudanya could reach Eminönü faster than most people living in Istanbul. This ease of transportation provided an opportunity with a very low opportunity cost for Istanbulites. In Istanbul, when sold for an average of one house, two houses that could be considered nice in Mudanya could be purchased for the price. There was also a serious gap between the rents. In some districts of Istanbul, it was possible to find a house for rent in Mudanya for an annual rent for the same amount as a 3-month rent. The relative cheapness and ease of transportation created a high demand from Istanbulites on the Mudanya real estate market. As can be expected, this demand fueled the construction sector. Apartments and sites were built even on lands that were previously used as olive groves, far from the coast. The increase in the district's population affected not only the construction sector but also the service sector. The construction of a shopping mall on the ancient city of Merlaya is an extreme example of how aggressive this process is. These developments since 2007 have made Mudanya more crowded, more accessible, less fishing, and a place where an increasing portion of the population consists of Istanbulites. Mudanya was the place where the War of Independence ended and has changed continuously since then. But what has happened since 2007 is perhaps the most radical period of this change. After reviewing all of this, let's go back to the beginning. Is the dream of a coastal town to retire in still valid? Yes and no. Yes, because the people who come to Mudanya come from big cities. Mudanya does not have the illegal construction, widespread shantytowns, and high crime rates of the places they come from. No, because Mudanya is no longer the old Mudanya. The coast is invaded by refugees every summer. Far fewer people are involved in fishing than before. Construction is starting wherever possible. Change is undoubtedly inevitable. We will see how this accident on the Marmara coast will change.